Steph Curry, the greatest shooter with deadly precision. As Stephen A. has often said, Curry's ability to dominate from beyond the arc has transformed the NBA. With each record-breaking shot, he turns the court into his personal stage, reigniting the Warriors' championship dreams and cementing his legacy as the most dangerous shooter in basketball history.
And I never want to call myself the greatest shooter until I got this record, so I'm comfortable saying that now.
Huge congrats to Steph Curry, his beautiful family in attendance. What a special moment.
Yeah.
Stephen A., I'll start with your reaction to Steph's milestone at the Garden, the Mecca, nonetheless.
Well, for me personally, obviously, it's mixed emotions. I mean, we ain't gonna sit up here.
This about you.
Well, it has to be about
Don't
it.
even
I'm so
make
curious
this
to hear
about
your
you,
breakdown
Knicks
on
fans.
this.
Molly, I would remind you that you prefaced the question by saying, Stephen A.,
Oh my
how
God.
do you feel? We didn't sit up there. You asked me, and I want to state the record because I was taking a ride over here and I was telling my driver, the Uber driver, I was like, you know what, man? I said, people don't realize I'm not sitting at home interfering in somebody else's business. You asked me a question, I answered it. The late, great John Thompson at Georgetown once said this about me, and I appreciate it. He said, you want to know how Stephen A. feels? Just ask. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how I feel. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter God ever created.
Amen.
I've said that on many occasions. He is the babyface assassin. I knew it years ago that he was the greatest shooter we have ever seen. His ball handling skills, his movement without the ball, the elevation of his basketball IQ, his selflessness, the way players rally around him because they want to produce for him and they want to see him shine. They feed off of all of these things. This dude is something special. He is something to behold. He's a generational kind of talent. He deserves all the accolades in the world. I'm happy for him. I've known Del Curry for years. I'm very happy for him. His wonderful mother, I'm very happy for her. His wife, I'm happy for her. I'm happy for Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors. I love the fact that Draymond Green, my only regret is I wish that Draymond was the one that assisted instead of Andrew Wiggins, not to knock Andrew Wiggins in any way, but so many of those assists, so many of those passes that Steph Curry received to set up his open shots throughout the years has come courtesy of Draymond Green. So it would have been great if he was the one that gave that assist on that last shot. All of that's true. Having said that, it's rare in a moment where I disagree with Spike Lee. And to see him there smiling and taking those pictures and stuff like that, my brother, I feel you, and Spike Lee's a historian. Just go to his office and you'll know what I'm talking about. The brother's a historian, okay? I was glad I wasn't at the Garden last night. I was flying back from LA. I didn't want to go. I would have had to have gone there had I been in New York.
You would have lost your mind.
But I didn't want to be there.
Why?
Because I'm a Knicks fan. And this is yet the latest example where if I had a rug for you, Molly, you know who the Knicks are? They're that rug that everybody steps on and wipes their feet before they go into a posh home. It could be Kobe in the 61. It could be LeBron in the 60. It could be Jordan in the double nickel. It could be Reggie Miller in the 8 seconds.
You ain't lying.
It could be all of this, Molly. Hold on, Molly.
I didn't say anything. I'm just shaking my
I know where you're going.
Jay Williams
I'm not even
knows.
talking.
Jay Williams knows I'm spitting facts here. The New York Knicks are the rug that everybody steps on and wipes their feet before they go in to the Mecca, which is Madison Square Garden, and puts on a show. And Steph Curry was the latest dude last night. The New York Knicks have lost 4 straight. They lost 7 of 8 games. They are 12-16. At this moment in time, they're sorry. And that is not my expectation from it. So again, I'm very happy. Listen, I was in Philadelphia Saturday night. Steph Curry knows how I feel about him. The Golden State Warriors know how I feel about him. I know a lot of people in that organization. They're first class all the way. I'm very happy for him. But I'm a native New Yorker, and I'm a Knicks fan. And somebody got to say it, and since Spike Lee clearly won't, somebody needs to. It's just hard. I'm happy for Steph Curry, but it's hard to watch the Knicks as everybody's fair with all the great moments that happen at Madison Square Garden. 99.99% of them come from the other team. And it makes me sick. Go ahead, Jay.
You did have R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin, health and safety protocol.
It wouldn't have made a difference, and you know it.
Okay. I just wanted to state that.
Thank you.
Did feel like a home game last night for Golden State,
It was a home game.
which is embarrassing. But I do want to. What? It's kind of embarrassing that it's.
Because Knicks fans were being classy. This
They were
is about
classy.
history.
They were classy.
I understand.
This isn't even about the
They were
Knicks,
classy.
and it's about what the Mecca represents. This is about Steph Curry.
I respect all that. It's still something for it to feel like a home game for the opposing team. That's all I'm saying. I was in.
You guys are unbelievable.
Just a little
Keep
bit.
going.
Well,
keep
you know,
going.
I like to for him.
Keep
Just a
going,
little.
Keep it
Can
going.
we, let's make sure. Let's see a good big moments go on in stores at the expense of UConn and see how Molly acts. Please, I ain't trying to hear that. You know how you are.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Banners. Hang banners. Keep going.
I did want to express a detail that I thoroughly enjoyed, and there was no better way for him to get the record than to finish it with this detail. The way the ball goes in the hole matters. For real shooters, and you know about this, getting thousands of shots up every single day. We would play this game in college. I know Steph played this game with his dad. It's called -7 + 7. So for every missed shot, you get 2 points, +2. If the ball goes in and hits the rim, you get +1. And the goal is to have so many shots that make this sound that you get to -7, and that's how you win the ultimate competition.
Yep.
The game of basketball has been such an isolation game, right? Michael Jordan, pinch post, Kobe, pinch post, the way they operated, the way Steph moving without the ball, for him to backpedal at full speed, to catch the ball, to rise, to lift over Alec Burks, to make that shot with that sound in the mecca of basketball. There is something special about that from a real basketball playing perspective, because that's purity. And I think when I see him now, I think of purity, shooting purity. And that's something that nobody can ever take away from him. But I am willing to also move the ball down the field for Steph, because I know that once this is over, there's something about being the greatest shooter. And also now I think the next step for Steph is in those big moments, in those clutch moments. Just know that his brain, this is not enough. He wants to be next level. He wants to be different. And this is his year. If Clay comes back, hopefully they do, him and James Wiseman, to have these clutch moments where all this talk about him not doing things in the clutch, or, oh, look at Steph shrinking in these moments. This is his year to shut all those naysayers up.
Stephen A. couldn't have predicted how massive Curry's impact would be when he entered the league in 2009. Now, with over 3,400 made three-pointers, his record stands almost untouchable. His record-breaking achievement in three-point shooting wasn't just personal, it was a landmark event and birth of the NBA. Consider the sheer volume of his success. Curry averages an incredible 43% from beyond the arc over his career. His 402 threes in a single season didn't just break the previous record, it demolished it by nearly 100. And the most frightening part, he's far from finished. But this isn't just about breaking records. Curry's ability to single-handedly change the course of any game makes him a truly lethal weapon. Stephen A. would certainly agree that Curry's control on the court makes it impossible for defenses to relax. Curry has turned the NBA court into his personal theater. Every time he steps onto the floor, it's like watching a master at work, controlling his craft with precision. It doesn't matter who's defending him, his range, his poise, and his deadly accuracy make him impossible to contain. Curry doesn't just shoot threes, he dismantles defenses, making even the best players look ordinary. Remember his legendary 37-foot buzzer beater against the Thunder in 2016. It's not just the distance, it's the audacity to take and make those shots in the game's most crucial moments. But Curry's influence goes far beyond these moments. His performances breathe life into the Warriors' championship dreams. As Stephen A. has pointed out, Curry isn't just a shooter, he's the heart and soul of the Warriors dynasty. Steph Curry hasn't just been the league's greatest shooter, he's been the heart and soul of the Warriors dynasty. After a few rough seasons and Klay Thompson's departure, the Warriors faced uncertainty. But once again, Curry's leadership and deadly shooting have breathed new life into their championship pursuit. In the 2022-223 season, Curry led the Warriors to a 4-6-3-6 record, reminding everyone that the championship window is still open. His 30.4 points per game in the playoffs reaffirmed why he's the most dangerous weapon in basketball. This season, without Klay Thompson, Curry will need to carry even more of the load. As we look to the future, the question remains, can Curry lead the Warriors to another title on his own? With Thompson gone and new faces like Buddy Hield and Jonathan Kuminga stepping up, Curry's deadly skills will be more critical than ever. There's no doubt if the Warriors are going to win another championship, it will be because Curry remains the most dangerous shooter in NBA history. Curry's shooting isn't just a highlight, it's a strategic weapon that forces opposing defenses to completely rethink their approach. And every time he sinks another three-pointer, the Warriors' championship hopes grow brighter. So as the Warriors face another challenging season with Steph Curry leading the way, it's clear that they're far from finished. Stephen A. has said it before, and it's clear, Steph Curry, the greatest shooter with deadly precision, there's no denying it. His name will forever be etched in basketball history, not just as a shooter, but as a player who revolutionized the game and kept the Warriors in the hunt for titles. Whether or not this season ends with another trophy, one thing is certain: Curry's legacy as the deadliest shooter in NBA history is set in stone.